Good morning. Good morning, everyone. We have a small group this morning. Everybody's sleeping in on this. It's a little bit, it's getting darker at night and the days are shorter already. Um, I'm so happy to be here with all of you. So I was had an experience yesterday. So I had this big scar on my arm. I fell in July and wiped out and got a big scar. And I was noticing, oh, it's tender. But then I looked at it and I thought, gosh, it's so neat how the body mends that. Like it was torn up really good and it had like pretty thick and every day it gets a little less and a little less. And I started thinking about what a miracle it is that the body just knows how to heal. And then over the last week, so Sunday, I had a beautiful group call with some dear friends of mine. I honored my heart and did something that's maybe a little bit against the grain and did what I really wanted to do. And then out of that was born a project, a new retreat that is coming that is really amazing, that I got very excited about. And yesterday, for the first time, someone changed some plans on me, and normally that would have sent me a little bit off. Um, and I just was unfazed and I stood up and I felt really like like a, myself. And I was like, "Oh my gosh." There's a part of me that came back. I'm like, "Oh, I feel." And I was like, "Whoa," and so awe of I'm teary about it. I didn't know that I'd be able to feel that way again. I thought this was my new normal and I was going to have to be dealing with all of these things, and it was so beautiful and I was in such awe of, oh, just keep going and we're healing and we do heal. And I think that what we've trained our brains to do is to be vigilant for what's wrong, to the twinge in your back, the mood dip, or like anxiety or an old fear. But it's so awe-inspiring and wonderful to train our brain to notice what's right and to train our brain to notice the miracle of healing, the quiet ways that our body, mind, and spirit knit themselves back together. And yeah, what if instead of just taking that for granted, like I'm taking it for granted that my arm is just healing. I don't look at it every day and go, what, how amazing is that? But I should, because it is quite a miracle that we get cut and then it heals and we don't have to, we're not doing anything. It just does that. So there's a little, this is inspired by Rumi's poem, "The Wound is Where the Light Enters You." Healing is not the absence of pain. It's the constant quiet work of life returning to itself. A cut closing over, a heartbreak softening, a mind once clouded finding clarity again. These are not just processes, they are wonders. Every scar is a story of repair. Every breath is proof of your resilience. Every moment you stand a little taller, feel a little lighter, or say, "I'm okay," when you once thought you never would, is a miracle worth noticing. Healing is happening right now, and it's magnificent. So, like I said, the July fall that I had left a mark, but the scar isn't just the skin mending, it's my body's declaration like, "Hey, dummy, I know how to do this. I know how to put us back together. Don't worry about it." The body knows. And imagine if we looked at our emotional scars with the same awe, not as reminders of damage, but as evidence of our body, mind, and spirit's genius. Sometimes we have to come apart so that it can be healed in a more aligned fashion, that it can be healed. The scar is stronger than the skin was before. Healing's also like an orchestra playing in the background. The immune system, the nervous system, your thoughts, your emotions, all of them working together without our conscious direction. And you don't have to tell your heart to beat, and you don't have to tell your mind to reach for hope. It always will. it's already programmed to restore balance. So healing is like the moment when the inner compass, knocked off course by grief or loss or uncertainty or physical injury, slowly swings back to true north. And for me, it was this moment where this idea for a retreat like I've never done before that's coming in the spring, which I'll tell you all about later, but a 4-day retreat on a ranch. It's very exciting. And I haven't been that lit up about something in a long time. And I realized, oh my gosh, like I was so busy consumed with like just surviving and grief and all of that, that I haven't had that excitement about something for a long time. And I felt so grateful to be doing work that brings that to me. So some practical examples that I sort of was thinking about all the different ways that we can notice and train ourselves to look for and celebrate and be in awe and wonder of healing. Like, if you watching a bruise fade into nothing. If you broke a bone, watching it knit together stronger than it was before. Feeling laughter bubble up after months of heaviness and realizing joy can return without force. Noticing how, even after you've been hurt deeply, your heart still reaches for connection. Waking up in the morning and realizing, oh, the anxious knot you carried around for months is gone. Seeing yourself handle a trigger with more grace than you could have months ago. Like I said yesterday, just having someone change plans that I'd been really looking forward to. I I was shocked how easily that washed over me. So I'd love for you to think about like what's one moment when you were amazed by your own ability to recover emotionally or physically? I think we have the idea that we only heal when something is wrong. But what if we're always healing from something? Like I can't remember the last time I didn't have some small injury, my hip or my shoulder, or my knee, like a small thing. And maybe you're healing from some words you had with someone or a hurt in your heart from someone's absence or something. But we're always healing from something, whether it's visible or invisible. And the miracle is that healing is the default state of life. Like the universe, God, your cells, all of it, whatever you want to, the greater power is always moving us towards healing. And when we stop and notice the awe and the wonder that we have, I believe that creates gratitude. And then gratitude is a higher frequency. And when we operate in a higher frequency, it expedites the healing. And it inspires us to nurture the process and be co-creators in the process of healing. And I think the most important piece is to remember that it's not just possible, it's natural. And if we allow it, it's usually inevitable. So if you have something, and I'm sure all of you do, something that you're healing from right now, maybe your heart is healing, maybe you've got some physical injuries, or maybe you're healing from the rug being pulled out from underneath you and you've got some uncertainty in your life. Maybe you're still healing from childhood wounds, a long ago divorce, or who knows, but whatever it is, if we get out of our way and trust that healing is happening, we can go about the business of living our lives and aligning with our passions. And to me, that helps us to expedite the healing. So I'm just, yeah, and spending some time in awe of this morning, and how good it feels to have a little piece, feel like the scar is healing over a little. So let's meditate, my friends. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose And as you let it out, soften your shoulders. Take another deep breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, soften your jaw. Fill up completely. And let this one out your mouth. Just let any tension go. Now feel the steadiness of the ground beneath you. And imagine roots growing from your feet into the earth, anchoring you. Now scan your body from your feet anchored in the earth to your shins, your calves. And as we move through the body, silently thank each part for the work it does to repair, renew, and keep you alive. Marvel at the way the skin closes a wound, muscles grow stronger with use, and breath fuels every cell. Move your attention up to your thighs, your hips, your pelvis. All of the organs in your pelvic bowl and your torso working, healing, generating. Notice your heart beating in your chest, your lungs expanding in and out. Notice your arms, your upper arms, your lower arms, the palms of your hands, and the tips of your fingers. And then notice the hollow at the base of your throat, your lower jaw, your lower teeth, and your tongue on the floor of your mouth, your upper teeth, your cheekbones, your eyes in their sockets, and the crown of your head. Now notice your whole body. And thank your body for all the healing it's done over and over again through your life. The mended bones, the bruises that faded away, the heart that's become more resilient. Now bring your awareness to your thoughts. Remember a time when you felt broken or lost, and how even then some part of you searched for a path forward. Can you appreciate your mind for its ability to find meaning and your heart for its ability to find hope? And picture a golden light at the center of your chest, your life force, prana, your inner healer. It's your direct connection to source. With each inhale, let that light, that golden light, your life force grow bigger. And with each exhale, see it spread through your body, your mind, and your spirit, touching any tender places. See them softening, mending, and strengthening. Just stay with this visual for a moment, the golden light spreading through your body, mind, and spirit. Embracing anything that needs healing. Now see that golden light spilling outward beyond your skin, outward into the world, touching those you love, the spaces you live in, even your future self. Feel wonder at the ripple effect of your healing, how it inspires others to heal too. With your attention on your heart, say silently to yourself, I'm a miracle in motion. And bring your attention back to your physical body, back to your breath. And lastly, have your attention remain on the miracle of breath. In the yogic teachings, the breath is the closest representation we have to spirit. And it is said that when we inhale, that the divine comes closer to us. When we exhale, we move closer to the divine. And at the pause in between, we are one. Now bring to mind one small miraculous sign in your body, your mind, or your spirit that tells you that healing is happening for you right now. And can you cultivate deep gratitude for that healing and trust that its fulfillment is happening, it's on the way? Now take a long, deep breath in through your nose. Sigh it out through your mouth. And then let your eyes flutter open. Hmm. The other aspect that I wanted to just shine a light on slightly differently is the reminder that everyone is always healing and we don't know what wounds they're healing from. And if we can remember that we are always healing and we have a tenderness for that, I think that that helps us to expand compassion out into the world and recognize that people are all healing all the time and we don't know how deep their wounds are. And we can be a part of and contribute to the healing of the world, or we can be a part of reopening wounds. And when we see it as everyone's healing, I think we naturally are more compassionate. So that's what I have today, and I am just really grateful for this realization or reminder, I guess, rather, and the experience of being present to healing, and I'm grateful for all of you. So I'd love to open it up if any of you have anything you'd like to share this morning.